Hey guys, welcome to the second part of this week's Coffee and Hero Show, taking you through the new single issues into the store this week. If you checked out our video earlier regarding the graphic novels, I obviously made a little bit of a mention to Diamond taking years off my life. Specifically what it is the last couple of weeks we have not had DC releases come into the store. So last week's releases haven't been in yet. This week's releases did not arrive either. All that came in our delivery this week is Marvel and Indie. I've been chasing them for it for a couple of days, looking for answers, asking for updates, all sorts of stuff. As I say, a couple of sleepless nights, which hasn't exactly been fun. But we finally got an answer today, and a invoice has been generated. And apparently the issues are on their way to us both weeks, this week's and last week's, and should be here sometime this week. They could arrive on New Comic Book Day Wednesday. They could arrive on Thursday. For all intents and purposes, they should be ready for the weekend. So pull lists are done insofar as Marvel books are done and indie books are done. DC won't be ready until the weekend, but they are on their way. So the likes of Absolute Batman, Absolute Flash, Absolute Martian Manhunter, Batman, Hush 2, Batman and Robin Year 1, Nightwing, Detective Comics, Zatanna, Wonder Woman. There are something like 25 or 26 different titles. And there's some of our biggest selling titles in stores, so you can understand why it's been a bit of a stressful period for me. But again, light seems to be at the end of the tunnel, and from what we understand after this, we should be back to normal. Fingers crossed, touch wood, pray for us. But I'll just take you through what's in for now. As I say, pull lists are done insofar as Marvel and Independent stuff. And I'll take you through some of the big releases here. So there's only a couple of variants here that I have. So predominantly for Invincible Battle Beast, which issue 3 is out this week. We have the EJ Sue variant cover for that. That's the retailer incentive 1 to 10. And we also have the retailer incentive 1 to 25 variant cover there, which is done by Tonki Zojic as well. And then for Amazing Spider-Man 8, which is out this week, we have this rather gorgeous Gabrielle Delotto variant as well. But on to what we do have, as I say, for the racks tomorrow. So Amazing Spider-Man number 8, just mentioned it there. Joe Kelly continuing on, and obviously John Romita Jr. on art for that as we continue with the Hellgate storyline. We have Doom's Division number 5, so new issue there. I think that might be the end of that series. We have Emma Frost, White Queen, issue 2. So Amy Chu continuing on that. Lovely David Nakayama cover there. We have Fantastic Four Fanfare number 3. So stories in there from the likes of Dan Slott, Tom DeFalco, Chip Zdarsky, all Reds on art, all kinds of good stuff. We have Gwenpool number 3. So continuing on with the new interpretation of Gwenpool. We have Iron Man issue 10. This is the finale for Spencer Ackerman's run on Iron Man. We have Kelly Thompson continuing on Jeff the Landshark. So issue 2 for that. We have Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu, which is issue 10. Also legacy number 250 as well, celebrating 50 years of Moon Knight. All types of awards thrown at this one. All part of the same issue. A moon-sized, which I assume means big, 250th issue there. We have Runaways number 2. So the first issue that went down really, really well. So issue 2 in now. We have Spider-Verse Venomverse. Kyle Higgins, Matt Groom, and the likes continuing to explore the multiverse there. We have Star Wars Dr. Aphra, Chaos Agent, number 2. Storm, we're as far now as issue 10. This is a starting point for new readers. New storyline beginning called Thunder War. We have Uncanny X-Men, number 18. Gail Simone continuing on with the Uncanny X book. We have West Coast Avengers, number 9. Jared Dugan continuing on with this. We have Wolverine number 11, which is a Saladin Ahmed. Mark Cole continuing on this. Subtitle Wolverine versus Sabretooth. We have facsimiles for the special double-sized issue of X-Men 137, Phoenix Must Die. And that, I believe, is the Marvel side of things. So on to the independent side of things. We have Dread the Hall H. This is a number 1 anthology book, which is sort of telling horror stories at comic conventions. One that we got in, I was able to source some backstock of this, is The Goddamn Tragedy, written by Chris Condon with art by Sean Kuroniru. We chatted to Chris Condon, obviously News from the Fallout is a recent title of his, but obviously doing likes of Ultimate Wolverine, Green Arrow and so forth. This was an older one-shot, so I got a few copies of this in for the racks as well. I was quite lucky actually to get that stock. It was a bit tricky to source. We have G.I. Joe number 9, Joshua Williamson and Andrea Milana on that. We have Invincible Universe Battle Beast number 3. A lot of you have been waiting patiently for this one. So in this week, and then I think we've just a couple more because there's loads of Invincible Universe there. We have Return to Skull Island number 1, so obviously part of the legendary universe with Kong and Godzilla. We have last one is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 117, so All Out War Part 3 of 12. So yeah, so a shorter video than usual, guys, obviously with waiting on those DC books coming in. I believe there's some Image books coming in that delivery as well. So again, that'll be everything up to date, fingers crossed, and we can get back to some form of normality, whatever normality does entail in this crazy industry of ours. But as ever, guys, hope you enjoyed this. As I say, everything ready for tomorrow. New releases, you can certainly check the new Onto the Racks graphic novels video, check that earlier. And that's everything single-wise until later in the week. But keep an eye on the socials. We'll keep you up to date with what's due in and when that DC stuff does arrive. So until then, guys, I will see you in the store throughout the week. Take it easy.